That's the face of evil.
Are you sorry for what happened? Did you know she was pregnant?
Oh, always fake news. So.
You said
Fake news.
Okay.
Here comes number one.
Now
Here's the big guy.
That's him.
That's the big guy.
It's the big guy from the truck.
Make a hole, guys.
There's those homicide jackets, Ed.
Yep.
I think that was the guy we were critiquing tonight, right there.
Yeah, with the flashlight, right?
Yeah, that's him right there. This is the replay of the walkout. Let's hear what the reporters have to say.
Are you sorry for what happened? Did you know she was pregnant?
Oh, always fake news. So.
Always fake news.
Did you know this is your final chance to say something about your side?
Again, this is the guy who's driving the pickup.
It's always one side. You don't even know what's going on.
His name is Ramon Preciado. I might be saying that wrong. 53 years old.
Why was it the whole family?
Close to Christmas?
Barely fits in that car. Wow.
Why, man? Any remorse? You sorry?
Did you kill them or did you just hide the evidence?
Tell us. Tell us. What's going on? Did you shoot them?
An unborn baby. Did you kill them or did you just hide the evidence?
You sorry?
If it wasn't you, who was it then?
Watch out, guys.
Second perp, Christopher Preciado, 19 years old, charged with capital murder.
Are you sorry for what happened? Anything to say to your family? How does it make you feel, an unborn baby? What do you want to say to your family, to Savannah, to Matthew's family?
Let's take a listen to the sergeant again.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sergeant Washington Moscoso. So the individuals you saw this evening, the first individual's name is Ramon Preciado, 53 years old, SID number 443651. The second individual was Christopher Preciado, 19 years old, SID number 1191061. So the two individuals we just walked out today, again, is a father and son. The first individual is a father. The second individual is a son. They're going to be charged. The son's going to be charged this evening with capital murder, and the father's going to be charged with abuse of a corpse.
Nothing to say, an unborn child.
Drug deal gone wrong.
You sorry?
I've never seen that before. That close.
He better get used to doors slamming like that.
The mics were over the officer's arms.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a female.
Are you sorry for what happened? Anything to say to your family? How does it make you feel, an unborn baby? What do you want to say to your family, to Savannah, to Matthew's family?
You sorry?
Person driving a Kia.
Nothing to say, an unborn child.
That appears to the person who was driving the Kia, perhaps, but we don't know.
Did you know Savannah was 9?
Make a hole, guys.
They basically let him get in on his own. He just walked away.
Never seen anything like that.
No. They let him get in himself. It was just the reporters there.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to see that again. Yeah. There's this cop goes to the right, and this,
He just comes, right?
and then the detective goes to the left. And it's just reporters.
Yeah, and he leaves them there.
Who closes the door?
Later on, a uniformed cop comes around and closes the door.
So we may hear more.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sergeant Washington Moscoso, WASHINGTON MOSCOSO. So the individuals you saw this evening, the first individual's name is Ramon Preciado, 53 years old, SID number 443651. The second individual was Christopher Preciado, 19 years old, SID number 1191061. So the two individuals we just walked out today, again, is a father and son. The first individual is a father. The second individual is a son. Going to be charged this evening with capital murder, and the father's going to be charged with abuse of a corpse. So we do expect more charges to be pending. So I'm not going to go into the whole thing. We all know what kind of led us to this to where we are today. I will say that when we recover, or when the bodies were discovered on Danny K, obviously the investigation began. SAPD detectives made that location and started collecting evidence. One of the key pieces of evidence that we did collect at the scene was Savannah's cell phone.
Savannah's cell phone.
So they got Savannah's cell phone, and let's hear what he has to say about what they did with it.
That was handed over to our technology team, who was able to download some information on there. With the assistance of the U.S. Secret Service, we were able to get enough information, and so that information was given to our detectives today. With that information, the detectives were able to find a possible location of where the suspect vehicle that was released on that surveillance camera, the surveillance video, possible location where that suspect vehicle might be. They made that location, and sure enough, the vehicle was there. They did a little bit of surveillance on the video or on the vehicle, and then were able to determine which house it belonged to. They went up, knocked on the door. The first gentleman, the first individual,
Not a
the
gentleman.
father answered the door. He knew why the police were there. Was cooperated fully with the investigation. We're right here to headquarters, and our detectives were able to start interviewing both the son and the father. Again, they were both at the home. They were both brought down here, and the interrogations began. Through interrogating the individuals, our detectives had enough, based on what they said, there was enough information there to get a warrant signed by a judge tonight, again, to charge Christopher with capital murder and Ramon with abuse of a corpse. Again, there will be more charges pending. This is what we have right now. So I want to touch base on something real quick. Since the release of the video that we put out on the 28th, there has been, internet has blown up with people sending tips and people just sending misinformation. There's a lot of misinformation out there. These two individuals are the only suspects that we were looking for. They were arrested. There were many names being thrown around on the internet. Those people had nothing to do with this. We vetted them and everything. They didn't have anything to do with these murderers.
Was there any mutilation, or is that?
It's just when you hiding the body, moving the body after discovering that and all that kind of stuff.
Are they going to charge him
Right.
with murder
So
for the baby?
Like I said, there's going to be possible charges pending, more charges pending. Our detectives are going to talk with the Bexar County DA to determine if they're going to be any charges facing any charges related to the unborn baby.
And do we know if she was dilated at all?
I didn't have that information from the medical examiners. I know that she was scheduled to be induced, and she didn't make her appointment, which is why the family went to.
Did you catch what she just asked him? I couldn't.
She asked him if she was dilated.
Dilated? Okay.
To the police to file the missing persons report.
Did he say where exactly they killed him?
I don't have exactly location. We just know that they were killed at a different location and then taken to the apartment complex to dispose of the vehicle and the body.
The accomplice theory or the multiple parties theory?
I'm sorry, could who?
Ramon, the dad, could he be charged with the murders as well through an accomplice theory?
No, he was not. He was not there during the commission of the murders. He was there kind of, I guess he was called afterwards to help dispose or help his son. I'm sorry?
These two have previous records?
Christopher has no previous criminal history, and Ramon did have a small, he had some prior criminal history.
So are you all
He
done
went
with
from
the
0 to
suspects?
1,000
Yeah, we don't have
quick.
any other suspects that we're looking for.
And then that surveillance video, were they alive during that surveillance
No.
video? They were not alive.
They were not alive, no.
Last question, guys. Christopher killed them and then moved the bodies to the car?
Correct. Well, I mean, I don't know if you moved them into the vehicle, the vehicle with the bodies in was driven to that apartment complex. It didn't happen at that apartment complex.
So ultimately, who's going to make the decision on the final charges? Is that going to be the DA's office?
Correct. Yes. So our detective again tonight are charging them with Christopher with capital murder and Ramon with abuse of a corpse. They are working on some other charges that they're going to file. But regarding, I think specifically the question that you had about the unborn baby, they're going to have a conversation with the DA to determine whether they can charge or put the baby as another victim on this.
She says, thankfully, he was sloppy. Absolutely. They said that phone is when they took the data from that phone, and then they also used, I guess, the data that they extracted from that phone. Maybe Matthew used it to communicate with them and then went back and used that phone to get them back to that location where they ultimately arrested these
They
perpetrators.
said they processed the car there. The crime scene people processed the car, and the phone was in the car.
We want to wish you a good evening, and thank God these perps are in custody. Ed, any final words?
Yes, amen to that. And now the victims' families have some peace of mind now, knowing that the suspects that murdered their loved ones are off the street, and all the people of San Antonio should be feeling a little relief as well, that these two are off the streets now. But always remember, stay prepared, stay safe, and watch your six.
And I'm just going to say quickly a moment of silence for these victims and unborn child. So I'm going to bow my head just for a moment and just give a little bit of silence for them.